Okay, regarding setting dates, the Lord has had me set a bunch of dates, and every single time something, significant has happened. So the Lord recently revealed to me, and I believe that I'm right. Okay, I'm not going to debate this. The tribulation period began September 23rd, 2014. September 23rd, 2015 began the blood moon tetrad. Okay. Also September 23rd, 2015, God said the gospel is out, okay, and fulfilled Revelation chapter 14, verse 6, okay, and then September 23rd, 2017, God said the birth pangs end and the birth begins. That was September 23rd, 2017. Now the Lord revealed to me that since September 23rd, 2014 was when the tribulation period began, He also told me that the 1,290 days started on that day. And that's from Daniel chapter 12, verse 7 and 8. So when you take September 24th, 2014 and make that day 1 of the 1,290 days of Daniel chapter 12, then you add 1,290 days, you come to April 5th, 2018. Okay? But I set another date of 3/20 and in between there, and that date had a serious escalation. That's when China literally entered the war by rhetoric, actually speaking war, bloody war rhetoric. And that's also the day that the Russians and the whole diplomat exchange happened. Okay? So I've been right about every single time I've set a date. And every time I've set a date, one time I set a date and it turned out to be the day Antifa declared war against the United States. And the United States is having a war on many fronts. There's the Antifa war, which was put down, but it was still battles we had to fight. And Antifa is associated with the deep state, associated with Black Lives Matter. So now I'm giving you 2 more dates. One, God's healer, she gave a date of April 6th, 2019. Okay, well, guess what? April 5th was the date, was the 1,290th day, which means April 6th, 2018 was the first day of the 1,260 days of the 2 witnesses from Revelation chapter 11 and the woman clothed with the sun, Revelation chapter 12. Okay, so the 2 witnesses are in some way associated with the woman, and the reason they're linked is that same number comes up only one other place in the Bible, and that's as associated with the 2 witnesses. So Revelation 11 talks about the 2 witnesses and mentions 1,260 days. And Revelation 12 talks about the woman clothed with the sun and mentions 1,260 days. Okay. There's also another number mentioned by Daniel, 1,335 days. That happens to come in at May 20th. Okay? So the 21st, so the 1,335th day is May 20th. And the very next day, May 21st, is the first day after the 1,335th day. So usually God says, when God gives a date, whatever it is ending on that day. He gives the last day of that season. And then the very next day, everything begins. So the first day of the 1,260 days was April 6th, 2018. And right now being April, we're like 4 days in. We're 2 days in. So today, April 8th, 2018, is day 2 of the 1,260 days of the 2 witnesses and the woman clothed with the sun. Now remember, The sign in the sky of the woman clothed with the sun happened September 23rd, 2017. And the very next verse, it says, another sign appeared in heaven. An enormous red dragon launches nukes from its tail to the earth. Okay? When I say nukes, you find anywhere where it says stars falling from the sky and replace that with nukes falling from the sky. Okay? So now there's one more date, and that is the date that's set by God's healer. God's healers, I think it's God's healer 7, Barbara and Dan, and they set, the date they set is April 6, 2019. Well, the date I set was April 5th, 2018, and April 6th being the day number 1. That happens to be 1 year from the date that they're setting. So here's what I'm saying. These are the dates to look for. May 14th is the 70th anniversary of Israel. May 20th is the last day of the 1,335 days. And April 6th is exactly 1 year. In other words, day number 365 of the 1,260 days of the two witnesses in Revelation 11 and the woman clothed with the sun, Revelation 12. Okay, so what I'm saying is I was very surprised when the numbers that I calculated came out to April 5th, and then the first day of the 1,260 days was April 6th. And the same day I posted that video talking about April 6th, saying today is the first day of a few hours later, Barbara and Dan from God's Healer 7 uploaded a video talking about how it's April 6th, 1 year away from the day that they've been prophesying, April 6, 2019. So these are significant dates. I want to tell you, World War III is going to happen very soon. Full-scale, all-out, worldwide thermonuclear war. Then the mark of the beast is going to come out. By May 20th, God's going to say, blessed are those who wait for and make it to the 1,335th day. And that just happens to be May 20th. So May 21st is going to begin something new having to do with blessed are those who die in the Lord from henceforth, from Revelation chapter 14 verse 3. I'm trying to make shorter videos because my upload time is really fast or slow, it takes a long time to upload my videos now because I'm just using my iPhone to do it. And I have pretty fast, sometimes it goes pretty fast. But here's the thing. Everything I said is going to come to pass. I'm telling you right now, the rapture date is probably April 6, 2019. Wait for it and make it to the 1,335th day would be May 20th. Wait for it and make it to that date. After that, we'll be put to death for our faith. Anybody who's still, we who are alive and remain on April 6, 2019 will probably be, and now I'm not saying that's the date of the rapture. That's speculation based on what I've been, then keep in mind the two witnesses and the 144,000 stay on the earth after the rapture until and they're systematically put to death for their faith. But at some point, the two witnesses are the two last guys on the face of the planet who are serving God. And God is the only reason people on the earth are still alive is they are suffering through the wrath of God. So you don't want to miss the rapture. There's no such thing as getting saved after the rapture. And if you miss the rapture, you will find that out. That there is no getting saved after the rapture. And it's just like these people who teach pre-tribulation rapture. They also teach that you can get saved after the rapture. Well, guess what? If it's not a pre-tribulation rapture and God's going to prove that, then He's also going to prove that you can't get saved after the rapture unless you were already saved, already sealed with the seal of God, one of the 144,000. So they were saved way before the rapture even happened. I'm just saying, it's not like all of a sudden after the rapture people are going to get a revelation of God. No, that happens when World War III happens and Babylon the Great falls and the sky is rolled up like a scroll and everybody's hiding in the dens of the rocks and the caves of the mountains calling out to God. That's your wake-up call is World War III. For those who are lukewarm, if you don't get saved at that time, you ain't getting saved at all. I'm just saying, That's your wake-up call. Then you still have time to repent, get your heart right with God, and stand firm in your faith in the face of the mark of the beast until the rapture. Okay? Now, somebody is going to say, nobody knows the day or the hour. Yes, they do. Jesus said nobody knows the day or the hour except the Father. So to say nobody knows is a false statement. The Father knows. So really, if you say nobody knows the day or the hour and you stop there, you're a liar. Because Jesus said the Father knows. So the right thing to say is, nobody knows the day or the hour except the Father, and to him whom the Father chooses to reveal it. And if I'm wrong, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Because this is the first time I've set a rapture date. Ever. I've set the date for the gospel being out. I've set the date for the birth pangs to end and the birth to begin. I set the date when Antifa declared war. I set the date when China officially started giving war rhetoric and the trade war began. And I set the date of this escalation that we're in right now. And the escalation started on April 5th, 2018. And I'm just telling you, get ready, because by the time May 20th rolls around, it's going to be, blessed are those who even barely made it to this date.